Hi guys, so I'm going to try to make a Spanish potato omelet today. I wasn't able to go live, unfortunately. I couldn't figure that out, so I kept hitting the go live button and it didn't let me. So what I've got here, if you want to make a Spanish potato omelet, I've taken 5 Yukon Gold or russet potatoes and I've peeled them, and what I've done is I've kind of parboiled them. So they're quite tender. They're probably about 80%, 85–90% cooked. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, I've also got 6 beaten eggs, 6 whole beaten eggs, and to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a scant teaspoon of pepper. So I've got that in there. And because I asked people's opinion on whether they liked yes to onion or no to onion, I've got about 1/4 of an onion here that I've sauteed with a little bit of garlic, and that's going in. So I put that all into the eggs, and that's going. And now I'm going to take my 5 peeled and parboiled potatoes, and that goes in. So that is done. Now we'll get those all coated. Get them all coated, let them soak a bit. And now we can get on to the cooking. So I've got a 10-inch non-stick frying pan. What I'm trying to do is not to use too much oil in this recipe. When you go online and you look at Spanish potato tortilla omelets, they quite often say to slice your potato and then to fry them until they're 80 or 90% cooked. And to me, that's just way too much oil. So I've chosen not to do that. I've chosen to boil mine, and then I drain them well and I let them slightly cool, because I don't want to put hot potatoes into my egg mix. It'll cook it. I have a relatively flat plate handy. That is for the cooking or the flipping process. So what I'm doing is I'm heating my non-stick frying pan up to about medium, and I'm only going to use about a tablespoon of oil. And someone said the other day, oh, they use a basting brush and they brush oil into their pan, and that's about the only oil that they can eat. And absolutely, it's whatever's going to work for you. So I find with the 5 eggs, or 6 eggs and 5 potatoes, it fills up my 10-inch pan quite nicely. So I heat it up, never over medium. Now I'm going to turn it down to medium-low, and this is the tricky part. So in go the potatoes. Okay, so they are all in and happy. And now I start to organize my potatoes, level them out, shush them around a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to sort of pre-cook the egg so that there's nothing really loose. Okay? If you can toss them a little bit, move them around so that that liquid egg is, so it's not so runny. And now you start to press them in. Now remember, your potatoes are pretty much cooked. So what we're trying to do at this point is to set our eggs a little bit so that when we flip them, we don't have a mess running all over. I don't want to get it too hot, because then the bottom of my tortilla will scorch before the center is cooked all the way through. That's coming along nicely. There's a little bit of egg that's still loose there. I had set my potatoes to drain a little bit so that there wasn't too much water in them. Now, so again, we're medium low, and that's coming along nicely. And I always tend to make a horrendous mess on my stovetop when I do this. The potatoes go everywhere. Okay, so the edges are starting to brown. I can start to see a little bit of crispness. My eggs are starting to set up. Okay, so I can, when I push it away from the edge a little bit, nothing's really running out. So now for the really messy part for me, I put my plate on and it's like, whoop, over. Okay, well, I had one egg, one potato that's left. That's what happens when you use a little bit of oil. Now, I'm choosing not to put any more oil in. I will put the tortilla back into the pan. This is where you want to press it down, shape it up, and let it finish cooking. Okay, sorry. So my plate is rinsed, and that really is the nuts and bolts of making a Spanish tortilla. I tend to like to eat mine once they're completely cooled. Some people like them hot, some people like them with diced peppers, red, green, yellow, orange, whatever peppers you have. Someone said the other day that they put spinach in theirs. Yum. Definitely. I mean, you can get as creative as you want with this. Not too many potatoes compared to the egg. So of course the egg is the binder. And then that is my potato omelet. So once I'm done and the bottom is cooked the way I like it, I'll slide it back out onto my plate and I will be done. So hopefully you will try a Spanish tortilla and enjoy it, and I wish you all well and hope you're all surviving this lockdown. Cheers!